There are nights that don't announce themselves. They don't arrive with drama or noise. They simply happen. This was one of those nights. She sat by the window, not because she was waiting for anyone, but because the window was the only place that felt honest. The room was quiet. Not the peaceful kind of quiet, but the kind that makes you aware of your own breathing. She had lived most of her life being strong. Strong for her family. Strong for her friends. Strong in ways no one ever thanked her for. And tonight, for the first time in a long while, she didn't know who she was being strong for anymore. Have you ever had a moment like that? Where you realize you've been holding everything together, but no one is holding you? She wasn't crying. That surprised her. She had expected tears. She had expected a breakdown. But instead, there was just heaviness, a quiet weight in her chest, the kind that comes from years of swallowing words. Years of saying, "I'm fine," when what you meant was, "I'm tired." She had learned early that being dependable made people comfortable. So she became dependable. She learned that being calm kept the peace. So she became calm. She learned that asking for help made people uneasy. So she stopped asking. And somewhere along the way, she forgot how to sit with herself without feeling guilty. The rain tapped gently against the glass, not demanding attention, just reminding her that something else was alive out there. She lit a candle, not for atmosphere, but because the flame made the room feel less empty. She watched it flicker, steady, quiet, persistent, and for the first time, she noticed something strange. The candle wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic, but it was still standing, still giving light, still doing what it was meant to do. Something inside her softened. She realized she had spent years measuring her worth by how useful she was to others, how much she carried, how much she endured, how little she complained. No one had ever taught her that strength also needs rest, that even candles burn down if they are never protected from the wind. She thought about all the moments she had been overlooked, the birthdays forgotten, the messages left unanswered, the times she listened deeply to others while no one asked how she was really doing. She wondered when she had learned that being invisible was safer than being honest. And then, quietly, almost accidentally, she asked herself a question she had avoided for years. What do I need? Not what everyone else expects. Not what keeps the peace. Not what makes her look strong. Just what she needed. The answer didn't come immediately. But something else did. Relief. Because for the first time, she had given herself permission to ask. That night didn't fix her life. There was no sudden transformation. No dramatic decision. Just a small shift. She stayed by the window a little longer. Let the silence exist without rushing to fill it. Let the candle burn without feeling the need to prove anything. And in that stillness, she understood something important. Strength doesn't always look like endurance. Sometimes it looks like stopping. Sometimes it looks like listening to yourself after years of listening to everyone else. Sometimes it looks like sitting quietly and admitting that you're human. If this story feels familiar, if you've been strong for so long that rest feels uncomfortable, this space is for you. You don't have to be loud here. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to perform strength. You can just listen. If this story touched you, take a moment to like this video. It helps this quiet space reach others who need it. If you've ever felt this kind of tired strength, share your thoughts in the comments. Someone else may feel less alone reading them. And if you want to continue this journey, subscribe to Davina Quiet Stories. Because this was only the beginning. In the next episode, we return to her story to the morning after that quiet night, and the choice she didn't know she was about to face.